I lied. I actually can't yell today because I'm in California. But welcome, everybody. You all for showing up. This is another episode of my personal favorite podcast. I don't know about you, Adam, but this is my personal favorite podcast. The One More Thing Tech podcast, right? We're on a roll. We're like 30, this episode 33 or 34?
34. Oh, 34 episodes. That's insane.
34 weeks in a row. Not 1 week missed. Guys.
Yeah.
If this dedication isn't worth a subscribe, I don't know what is. Right? And also I was in class, Adam, and my professor, it's an audio production class. My professor, he does his own podcast. Gets a lot more views than ours, but to be fair, it's subsidized by a radio station. They get advertisements. I want people to go listen to this all the time, right? Anyway, he was like, yeah, if you really want subscribers, you got to ask people at the beginning of the episode. Because he listens to our podcast. He listens all the way through. And he was like, I always hear you asking at the end of the episode. And some people aren't making it that far. So now within the first 30 seconds of every episode, I'm asking you to subscribe. And we're going to have no excuses,
Absolutely.
Also like the video.
Absolutely.
Sorry, that's a weird intro for today. It's Black Friday.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I guess today's not Black Friday, but it will be when this episode comes out.
I'm excited.
So we're going to talk deals and stuff today.
We are. We kind of have to, right? Black Friday.
Yeah. You can't
okay.
in good conscience be a great tech podcast and not tell people about the greatest tech deals. So, without further ado.
Okay, Kwesi. I did see some news that I thought was it's a good thing this time that Apple's going to work on. So, I don't know about you, but I have seen iOS as a whole dip in performance and overall just polishing, and it's just not what it used to be. And I'm a little sad about that. When you see Craig Federer getting his hair and all that other stuff, you think, there's no way that he could just allow this to happen year after year for the past, I would say, 2 years, maybe 3 years. And one thing that I've seen is an article on 95 Mac mentioning that iOS 27 is going to focus on quality and performance more than anything else. Of course, they're going to add new functionality and stuff, right? They're not going to not do that.
Right.
But they're going to focus on fixing some issues. And that's really what I want more than anything in the next iOS, because I even still see things on my brand new iPhone, on iOS 26, the latest updates, that shouldn't be happening. It happened to me today.
Right.
I'm watching a video, and if I have it in landscape mode, and someone calls me or something, now it freezes, and I still have to wait for it to unfreeze to answer the call, which I can't transfer to my watch because it's just on my phone already. And then there's that. Or it does answer if I click the call notification, and I'm not ready for it. That's bad.
That's the worst thing ever. Let me tell you something. The other day, I don't remember if it was my dad that called me, or it was somebody who's semi-important to me. Or I guess I shouldn't say semi-important if the first option was my dad. But somebody who has some level of significance to me, right? And I was not trying to answer that phone call. But it answered anyway. Oh my goodness, it was so bad. I looked at my
did
phone.
You click notification?
No.
Or what?
No.
Oh, it just answered. Okay.
It just answered. So, I went into my settings because I know that there's an auto answer feature. I've never turned it on. It wasn't on. I don't I'm just happy that it wasn't I wasn't talking bad about that person when they called me. That's a big fear for me. Not that I talk bad about people on the regular, but sometimes I complain about people, and if they were to call at that time, that'd be horrible, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I was complaining very horrible about my dad, and then my dad called, that'd be horrible. I don't know what I would do.
Yeah,
not that I complain about him often. But
time.
Sorry, that
no, it's
one of
okay.
the features.
But have you noticed, Kwesi, some just overlining issues with iOS 26 that you're like, why is this happening? Now,
yeah.
I don't have a lot, but there's some that just really irritate me. Do you have any?
So sometimes my phone randomly, like I'll be using my phone, la-di-da-di-do, right, doing my thing. And then the screen will turn black and I'll get a little loading icon and then it will restart itself. It's the most annoying thing in the world. And the last time it happened to me, it was an indicator of a battery problem. So I took my phone apart. It's not a battery problem yet. It's not a value problem yet. Yeah, I have had a couple of issues with iOS 26, but they're nothing insane, if that makes sense.
I mean, I've seen some battery issues too. Excuse me. But just more so of like, just maybe it's an app too. Maybe it's not iOS 26. Maybe it's just certain apps. But like the same issue I'm experiencing where if I'm in landscape with a video, it's happening in more one app. So that might tell me it's more of an iOS 26 thing, but it could also be just both apps having the same problem. But that's an issue that is super annoying that needs to stop. And I don't know what it is. I have not yet talked to Apple about it, so I should probably do that to do my due diligence. But still, it's an issue that, like, I expect that in a beta software of iOS, not a Grandmaster release. Now we're on, 2 or 3 versions past the Grandmaster. I just don't like that. So I'm happy to see that Apple is buckling down and making sure that they polish the OS so it's a better user experience. Because I have heard people say, Kwesi, that they are switching from iPhone to go to Android because the iOS experience is not where it's at.
They lied to you. They lied to you.
No, they
Nobody's
really did
switching
switch.
from. No,
they did.
Adams, and you're still friends with them? In good conscience, you let these friends of yours switch? I just don't think you like them to begin with.
I mean, some are family, so it's hard to completely stop
family.
talking to them. I mean, so, we had different conversations now, but
it's okay. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving. You can bring that up. People are going to be upset either way.
They get mad when I bring it up all the time. And there are people in the family that have Android phones. And
I know that's my plan tomorrow.
Here's the thing. I'm not the only person that bashes him, and they get so mad when it's the green bubble in a family group chat. And that's
an argument you can't say anything about.
I know. And they actually get, like, they're afraid to even respond because of this. So read it, but they don't respond because they know it's not just me that's going to bash them. And you know what? I barely bash them for that. I kind of do it in their face, not in this group chat where everybody can see it. I'll say one day, just one day, you might switch and enjoy this a little better. Just stuff like that. I'm not saying Android sucks. That's not saying that. But, even people that have Android have to understand and agree with that if the rest of the family has an iOS device,
you got to take
and you're the only person that doesn't participate in that, you can see how there can be friction. And I'm not saying there should be. I'm just saying it happens, right? So, like, there is a lot of that stuff. If they release iMessage for Windows, which is kind of there with that messaging in Windows thing, it's not the same.
Yeah, it's not.
If Apple tomorrow said, guess what, guys? Here is iMessage for Windows. It's $50, one-time fee. I'm buying it. It's not even a question. I'm going to get it. And I know.
iMessage is worth $50.
Easily. Kwesi, you have that phenomenal option to respond and text people on your Mac. I have a Mac that can't update to the latest version, so I can't utilize that. And I miss that feature. It's so nice.
My roommate has a Mac that's maybe on not Ventura. It's on a version that's been there for a while, and he responds to his girlfriend through text all the time.
Well, okay, maybe you can still. Mine's on Catalina though.
Hold on, let me look at Catalina.
It's a 2015 MacBook Pro, which I know is very old. I understand that. We're pushing like over 10 years now with that.
Yeah, but he has like a Mac that's probably older.
Really?
Maybe
it does work, and I just assume it doesn't.
No, his is definitely older because his does not look like this. The icons look a lot older than this.
Maybe it does work. Okay, but still, Like, I just want that so, like, even my work device and such, I can just, have it there too.
Yeah, no, it'd be great.
It's so nice. I wish. Which is not even what we're talking about. We're talking about iOS.
No, absolutely not. I don't know.
But
it's okay.
what are your thoughts on this, Kwesi? Do you think that it's time for Apple to buckle down and get some things fixed more than release new things that might not be working like it should? It's just not the iOS I'm used to,
Yeah, definitely this year had a bit of issues with the rollout. But all in all, I like liquid glass. I didn't think I was going to like liquid glass as much. I definitely don't use the glass icons. I think those are absolutely disgusting. I know some people do use those, but I can't. Maybe it's just my background. It doesn't go well with. But there are some issues that I've seen, so I'd really appreciate it if this was not as much of a major update as it is repolishing. Right?
Okay.
I'd love for them to make iOS 27, maybe give us 3 new features and then buff out the rest of the kinks in iOS 26, because iOS 26 has so much potential, but
Siri has
just
to be
a lack
fixed.
of,
And Apple Intelligence.
if there's a priority list, that should be number 1. They're currently losing the AI race, and it's not close at all.
I mean, they are using they're going to use some third-party AI companies to help with this, and Google being one of them. And I gotta say, to be off topic a little bit, Gemini is vastly becoming probably one of the best AI models out there.
Yeah, I started using Gemini as of recent.
It's awesome.
I've never used anything better. I'm sorry, ChatGPT. It's just
it's completely better than ChatGPT now. It can change, obviously, right? They're constantly battling each other in this field, constantly. But
right now, I think Gemini is the best.
I gotta say, I'll give him a shout out. This is not a plug; it's just awesome. Google AI
this is
Studio.
a plug for me. I purchased premium or Google One or whatever it's called.
How is it?
Yeah. Well, I got it for the 2 terabytes.
Comes with that's right. It does come with that. That's nice.
But it's really not that big of a deal, So I haven't even used the vast majority of the features on here. Like, I haven't created an image yet. Let's do this in real time.
Okay. Make one of, I don't know.
Make K-pop banned from my photos is the option.
Oh, here we go.
That was one of the things.
Oh, here we go.
Now, it does take a minute because I have it on the thinking mode instead of the fast mode. I can definitely put it on the fast mode. Here, let's put it on fast really quick because we have a lack of time. And then it'll tell you what it's doing. And here we go. So it said the prompt was definitely I guess I lied. They gave this really long prompt for it to use, and I guess
nice.
I didn't look at the prompt. But yeah.
Okay.
I wonder if I can make videos like Sora.
Sora's it's nice.
Dude,
yeah,
Sora's
nice.
Really cool. Sorry, I don't know how we got here, but
I realize that.
Not iOS 27.
Yeah, it's okay. What I'm trying to say is, they're making enhancements, and I hope they do it across the board because there's a lot of issues that they need to address, and maybe they won't get to all of them in 1 year, and I get that. But I'm looking forward to seeing some things fixed, even before iOS 27, if they can do it, right?
That'd be great.
Updates all the time. So that's why I just want to see. If we do see it, we want to mention the podcast, so you guys are informed for sure. Okay, we should probably go next topic, Kwesi, because
again,
far too.
With every update comes a new phone, or is it vice versa? It might be the other way around. But speaking of new phones, right, guys, we've seen the Galaxy Fold out since 2019. Apple has not responded, right? Until this year, or I guess not this year, until next year, in 2026, where we're looking at what's potentially a crease-free iPhone Fold. Now, why is that a big deal? One of the determining factors on why I don't have a Samsung Fold, aside from iMessage, and aside from the lack of FaceTime, and aside from the lack of iOS, and aside from all the Android features, because I'd love to. When I had an Android not too long ago, my favorite thing was the split screen, right? I wish I could do split screen on my iPhone. I'm so sorry. That's not what we're talking about here. Crease-free iPhone Fold, right?
Let's show the audience what we're talking about so they can get like a glimpse of what you're talking about.
All right, let me see if I can figure that out.
And this is the concept, of course, but it looks nice.
If the share button will work. Here we go. Now,
this is a concept from, we don't even know. They don't even mention this in my Mac rumors. But, you know, a crease-free, because I know right now with the Samsung Folds, Z Fold, the Pixels, and so on, they're getting better, right? With not having
a lot better at the crease.
That crease. But
I think the
a
crease
crease-free, how do you do that? How do you accomplish that? That is not an easy feat, let me tell you. I'm sure you're going to see a little bit. Unless they just blow this out of the water. But see, Kwesi, I know we've mentioned several times, you know, we're not going to get the first fold, at least, right?
Right, absolutely not.
Do you think that they're going to make it so compelling and so wonderful that we change our mind?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, if it's... Because, unfortunately, I cracked the screen on my iPad mini not too long ago.
Oh, well, there's a new one coming out next year.
That puts me in the market. You know what I mean?
Next year, Kwesi, a new one comes out.
It's not like my iPad mini doesn't work anymore. It still works just fine. Fortunately. Fortunately for now.
Still sad, right? Though.
But, that's a repair I can't do myself, because what I realized is all the, like, you can't even open up an iPad mini from the back. Everything opens from the front, and it's the most delicate repair you'll ever do in your life. And I'm no stranger to delicate repairs, right? I'm not worried about those at all. But it definitely seems like it's a bit out of my league. Anyhow, that means absolutely nothing. I was thinking iPhone folds out to iPad mini. I'm an iPad mini guy. If the concept is done well enough, the wallet might be crying. And that's weird, because I'm saving up for a Vision Pro at the moment. I say saving up, but I have about $10 in that fund at the moment. So
you gotta start somewhere, right?
Yeah, so I was thinking every bit of Christmas money I get, if I get Christmas money, will be going towards untouchable savings account, in which I will call Vision Pro Fund, and we'll start from there. The goal is to have a Vision Pro by November 2026.
Oh, that's a big feat. Here's the thing that's true about this. This iPhone Fold that we're talking about, the screen that is going to be crease-free is made by Samsung, of all places. So that tells me if Samsung pulls it off, they're going to somehow magically have that same kind of screen on their Fold, I'm guessing. Because if they make it for Apple, why would they not use that same thing for their own stuff? Unless there's going to be a patent for it.
Yourself.
Yeah. It's always kind of funny. People don't understand that. When they buy an iPhone, Samsung gets a good chunk of that.
Yeah.
You know,
they get like 30%.
Yeah, I don't know what they charge exactly for that, but they're still making money from an iPhone sale. So just know that. And, you know, good on Apple to realize that they are good at that specific realm, and they do that well. I mean, I really wish they just go with Sony, which makes better panels. I mean, LG, rather. But, you know, we'll see how it goes out. We'll see. But,
we'll see.
I don't know. I'm still on the fence about the Fold. I'm not sure if I really want that yet in my life. I know this is going to be, like, crazy expensive. Probably about $2,600, my guess is, just for the base. And you're going to probably look at like almost $3,000 just for the 1 or 2 terabyte, which is going to be even more insane. I mean, we're talking about almost prices of a Mac for a phone at this point, but you know, we'll see how it plays out. Any last thoughts with this, Kwesi?
No, I think that's it, because the next topic just boils my blood a little bit. But
me too. And Kwesi's going to share his screen. So we can showcase
this. My screen on this
I think you should. Even though it's a weird thing, Kwesi. You know, we're no strangers to. we are no strangers to mentioning some accessories from Apple that we think are not going to sell well, and they just sell out completely.
Well, this one isn't horrible like the last couple.
It's
Like, I can
just,
understand why people would purchase this.
I don't. I mean, do you want a spot to put your toothbrush while you're using your phone? Like,
Well, I think it's for a finger, but like the
I know.
only thing is, my thing is the price.
Oh, I know.
If this was a good $10, do you?
We know,
what I mean? Like, this is,
we know it's not going to be $10.
Purchase. This thing is $70. You know what I can do with that $70?
Vision Pro Fund.
Vision Pro Fund, right? I could buy VC. Oh, right, that's a full video game. $70 is a full video game here in 2025. Right?
So far.
Let's say I want to buy a video game, right? I could buy VC for 2K, right? I could buy a controller. We'll talk about this later today. There's just so much. I could buy a 12-pack of crumble cookies. I still have money left over. Like, there's just an abundance of things I could do with that $70 that'll be better.
It's just a weird concept. No, so what this is a limited edition. Now, I don't even know how I'm going to say this. I'm going to probably butcher it, but I'm going to do it anyway. Hikawa? I don't know how you say it at all. It is a limited edition phone grip and stand for an iPhone, or really any phone, to be honest. And it has a unique design that puts your finger in. It's also a stand, and pre-order start in December. Kwesi, I don't understand how Apple can time and time again release an accessory.
Do you think it's the same people buying it?
It probably is. But okay, as weird as this is, I would find myself purchasing this over the strap or the pocket.
Most definitely. That's what I'm saying. This is probably the best bad product that they put out. Or maybe it's not a bad product. This is probably the best expensive thing that we've seen this year in terms of accessories.
For me, it's this. I don't have, on my phone now, I don't have anything in the back, right?
Oh, me neither.
First of all, you take away MagSafe when you're doing this, because I'm not sure how this... I'm sure it's like an adhesive that goes onto it, or maybe it's MagSafe. I don't know.
It might connect with MagSafe. Hold on, let me do some research.
We should probably look into that, because I don't even know myself.
I have it pulled up on the Apple website, so we can probably...
I would love to know. Here. Hopefully it's not adhesive. That would be so stupid. It's MagSafe.
Yep, MagSafe compatible.
Yep. Okay, so that's at least a little better. But beyond that, though, it's just weird to me that this is... I don't know why this is not a new concept. It's just a different design, right? And I just don't understand why this is a very popular thing and why it's so.
Why is it sold out?
It's sold out in every single option, which is 2 of them. I mean, good for Apple. Good for Apple for releasing something that is so popular time and time again. And it has to be that limited edition tagline that makes things just...
Perhaps.
You know what? What people are buying it too just to put them on eBay. I don't know. Because there are so many options for there a lot cheaper. Maybe they're not as stylish. Maybe they're not made of the same material.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe they're not as stylish.
It's gotta be a style thing too, We're not looking at that factor of it, but...
Perhaps.
Anyway,
but, also, how are you gonna fit that in your pocket?
You could fit in your iPhone pocket if you're not using it. I don't know. It seems weird. I don't think it'll
fit in there. Speaking of the iPhone pocket, I have to put it out there. I hate that product. I know hate's a strong word, right? But I really thought I disliked the Apple Slingshot. You know what I'm talking about? The
strap.
The strap, right? I really dislike that. But have you ever watched The Lorax?
Yeah, absolutely have. Yeah.
You know how the guy cuts down all the trees to make a Thneed?
Mm-hmm.
That's basically what Apple's selling. Even though it's literally just a sock. Like, the other day I was on TikTok, right? And I saw somebody, they were doing a video, right? They had a little Apple bag. They were like, guys, don't hate me. I just got the iPhone Pocket. And at first I was pissed off out of my mind, right? And then she pulls a white sock from the bag and puts her iPhone in it. And I was like, yes. Yes, that's exactly what you do. You go get yourself a $3 sock from wherever you buy socks, and you cut a hole in it, and then you can put it on your arm just like that.
I don't even see Apple executives buying these accessories. So they're just...
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen Tim Cook use that.
No, and here's the thing, and we keep getting comments like, we're not the target audience, and I get that. But I just want to point out that it's unusual product sets, so I'm getting at. Like, you know, Kwesi, if tomorrow Apple dropped an accessory, it's limited edition, right? It's the iPhone 17, 17 Pro, and 17 Pro Max battery case. Whoa, different category every time. And that's something that I miss a lot from Apple. I love that. For, I think it was it had to be the 7 or 8, whatever it was, iPhone that had that from Apple. I love that. It looked weird, yes, but it's functional in a lot of different ways. This gives me a stand, spot my finger or toothbrush, and maybe some rocks from the local ground. I don't know. Like, there's not much that this gives me that makes it worth my while. In the limited edition, come on now. Like, I don't know, Kwesi. It just makes you a little bit mad. But, you know, that's where we're at now. That's what Apple's doing. And I want to bring it up because it's just another example of, like, what's the push for all these limited edition weird accessories that is working. I mean, that's the thing. The issue is, because it's working for them, we're going to see more of this. You know?
Perhaps.
Might be every month at this point. We're getting to the point where they're doing more than one in a month. So we'll see how it works out. But it's just strange, unusual to me. That's all. I want to bring it up, though.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me just start like this. Adam, you remember how you wanted to purchase a MacBook, and we were looking at it, and we were looking at the RAM prices.
Yes.
And it looked like you'd have to sell your kidney to, purchase a decent amount of RAM. Well, right now, that's not just Apple.
No.
RAM prices are currently out of control. It was actually, I guess I saw this X post on this article instead of on my phone, like I thought I did. Some computer companies have stopped printing price tags for RAM because it just keeps increasing so constantly. I'm pretty sure Microsoft is doing it. What's the bad thing about it? Well, obviously the entire thing is bad, but...
Well, there's another bad, and it's kind of new things. So we did get confirmation the Xbox is going to raise their prices again because of this very thing. Did you know that?
Hey, so... Hold on, I got a cough. So Xbox was going to raise their prices anyway, right? They're trying to capitalize because they currently have... Okay, they used to have the best console. That was before I discovered the PlayStation controller. But, sorry, where was I going with that? Xbox knows that they have a fan base that'll keep buying, right? Now, I've never personally broken an Xbox Series X or Series S for all of that. But a lot of people do. My neighbor, the other day he came to me. His fan's broken in his Xbox Series S. So, we tried to fix that. Or, sorry, I don't think it was his fan. It was his power supply. Right? If that's a big issue. Right? Now he has two options. He can either try and fix the power supply himself and probably electrocute himself on the way. Or he can go and buy a new Xbox Series S, which is now going to run him about $400 if I'm not mistaken. Mind you, the Xbox Series
price hike.
S was, what, $250 beforehand? So, hold on, I might be wrong.
That was $300, I think. I think it's $299.
The lease price. Yeah, it was definitely $300. But today it'll cost you what, closer to 450?
Now, just keep in mind. So, some people might think that this is just a way to make more money, and they make maybe some more money. But keep this in mind that console manufacturers sell them at a loss. They're not making money off of this, right? The retailer that sells it makes more money than the manufacturer does, which is not a lot still. But it's not about making money off that, because now you have an Xbox or a PlayStation, and you get Xbox Live or Xbox Game Pass or PS Plus or whatever else that you get, accessories and everything else, and that's their moneymaker. So the price increases are just for them to make something back, because they are losing money. So you keep that in mind too. But
yeah, especially with tariffs, they're making that much.
Well, and RAM
somebody
is
has to pay for the tariffs.
Yes, RAM is something that, so many different pieces of hardware use to function. A Steam Deck, ROG Ally, Xboxes, computers,
Doesn't
various other
literally
things.
every computer.
Just all of them, yeah. Just every single one. So it's going to affect a lot of different things. And what's terrible about this is the timing. We're at Black Friday, Kwesi. Now we have to,
they're supposed to be the
okay.
now.
What's already here is going to be priced accordingly, but it's just so much harder to have a new product release and keep it in a good price with this kind of thing happening. And I don't know if it's because of the shortage of just material to make it, or if they're saying, guess what, guys, I want to buy a new G5. We got to increase some prices. Like, we don't know why, and we won't know why exactly, most likely, unless we do find out. But it's just another thing that, like, on top of everything else going up, this is not what I want to see. It's just a little bit of a downer.
Worst thing.
Yeah.
That could have possibly, because, it'd be okay if it was like a GPU was going up in price, because you can understand that, right? AI is booming. You need, I guess probably wouldn't need a GPU that much for AI unless you're like making videos. That's not the point. Anyway, the point is, RAM is essential to every device, right? I don't think that today
Absolutely.
You can go and buy even a phone with less than 8 gigabytes of RAM, right? So with something this essential, you don't want prices to go up at all. And when they go up, it's going to affect everybody. And unfortunately, I'm part of everybody, and it's affecting me.
What's terrible is, to give you a perspective with this, it used to cost about $130 for 32 gigs of DDR4 or 5,
400.
and now $400 to $440. That is a significant increase. And that's just 32 gigs, which almost is base now from what you need if you have Windows. So 64 gigs is probably more preferable. Only that might go up from $700 to $900, Kwesi. That is a $300 to $400 price increase.
Yeah,
it used to be like 32. Sorry, a 32 gig was, like we said, 130. 64 gig kit was about 230 or so, 250. Up to $900, Kwesi. That's just, it's too much. I mean, inflation needs to stop as a whole, because I have a simple solution for inflation. So simple. But it has to be pushed, and it has to be regulated in this way. If inflation occurs and costs of goods and services go up, your paychecks should automatically also go up. And you cannot increase the cost of goods and services unless your paycheck goes up as well. Because that's how it should. It's not a fair increase. As a common consumer in America, people are struggling right now with finances, right? There's just no doubt about it. And this is not going to help. Now, is this a requirement to live? No. But we're seeing price increases from groceries to bills and everything else. And yes, their cost is going up. I get that. There's reasons for this. But our paychecks are not going up with it. And it's making it harder to do all this stuff.
My paycheck definitely increased within the last year.
But still.
I'm in Illinois. Well, right now I'm not in Illinois, but Illinois has the minimum wage of the goats. I think we have one of the highest minimum wages in the entire United States. So,
but it's hard now to get Christmas presents because of this. Because and people are pulling it off. I'm not saying they're not, but like it's a tough year for certain things. Budgets are hard to keep, and I mean, just even making a budget and saying this is what you should cost us for this bill, and now they're going to increase your electric bill or gas bill because they can, and expect that too. ComEd and Ameren have definitely mentioned they're going to be increasing that quite a bit. So just something not looked forward to. But I'm not trying to make this a dour topic. What I'm trying to make sure people are aware is, if you're going to get RAM and you see it on sale for Black Friday, it's probably time to buy it. Not trying to push you to buy anything, but what I'm getting at is there's going to be a vast amount of increase in RAM costs. And if you get those deals and you're in that market to get it while you still can, because it's going to go crazy expensive. I mean, it's insane. You could buy a Steam Deck for less money than it costs for RAM now. Which is always a good thing to buy.
That's a situation that we didn't want to be in the year of our Lord 2025.
It's just a little bit unfun. That's all.
And
do you have any more topics of this, Kwesi?
Well, I just
more
want to
discussions?
say, sorry, what was I about to say? Xbox has been looking for any way to raise their prices, and unfortunately, as much as I love Xbox, we know that this price increase is coming because they like to shovel off the increases in the stuff to the consumer. Sony's been a lot better. Ooh. Oh, sorry. I'll talk about it when we get to Black Friday deals. But Sony's doing some crazy Black Friday deals.
Well, but here's the thing. This is going to affect every console out there, too.
This is true.
It's going to affect. They're going to have to figure out a way to combat this. And I'm curious to see what Sony does, because it's just tough. It's a tough time. It really is. But Xbox is doing something else, Kwesi, that I want to bring up. And I didn't think this was going to happen. And we got to share your screen for this one. This is something we just got to. And we'll just show like most images here. So, Crocs is a well-known brand. They're collabing with Microsoft to make some Xbox Crocs. And I gotta say, some people might say this looks weird. I gotta say, these are pretty nice. I'm tempted to buy some of these. The wife would never approve of this, and she actually went, really? When I brought it up to her. And I didn't bring it up to her saying I want to buy them. I just wanted her just to see what they're doing, right? Crocs always does these interesting collabs. The colors, Kwesi, are so nice. But here's the thing, I fear that. Like every Croc that I've ever owned, I can never, and I mean not even one Croc I've owned. I have a lot of Crocs now. These stupid things that go on the end, whatever they're called, they never stay on. And I am not doing jumping jacks and backflips and like leg shakes to make this happen. They just fall off. And I can never get them to stay on.
For me, they don't fall off unless I put the Crocs in sports mode and start playing basketball. Like they stay on pretty well for me. Wait, are you putting them all the way in?
Crocs during basketball? That works?
See, it was a high school thing, and like some days I'll just be wearing Crocs. But the call of the basketball was too strong.
See, I'm not dissing this arrangement. I will say that's impressive, because Crocs aren't always the tightest fit unless you get smaller ones your feet are. But like that is a challenge to say the least. I thought the idea of basketball shoes was to have a tight grip on your feet to
I've definitely rolled
be able to maneuver
too.
Easily. So that's impressive. All I gotta say is this is something that I want to bring up because they are
now. How do I purchase these?
You can just get them from Crocs.com directly. They are live as we speak, and they are $80, Kwesi.
Which is the normal Croc price. No, I lied.
No,
it's like $60.
Not really the same. No. So
I lied. It's like $49.
Click on that right there. And the Crocs, $80.
Ooh, $100 for both.
Both? What do you mean both?
So they're actually out of my size. Oh, that's women's. They're not out of my... Oh, they are actually out of my size.
Mine too. Yeah. The thing I think would sell out the most just didn't, by the way.
What did you think would sell out the most?
This.
Oh,
I thought people
maybe we're just bad at predicting sales.
See, here's So go back to Crocs. Let me show you a collab that I think would be even better than this. And look up the it's Baya, Baya, Crocs. Okay, you see the design of that Croc?
Yeah.
Like imagine if the Xbox Croc had that design plus the rest of it. I just like that design, and that's what I have on right now actually. And I really like the design a lot. So it's just that little curve of the sides. It just looks different, and I like it. So I don't know.
You know,
That's just my preference.
$30 right now, guys. Go get you some Crocs. Good Lord.
I like them.
They're doing some sales.
Yeah. They're nice. They're comfortable as can be. If you never had Crocs. I know they look weird. I know people bash them, but when you start wearing them, it's a whole different ball game.
Yeah, no. I bashed Crocs before I started wearing them too. And
I did too so badly. It wasn't even fair for Crocs.
Guys, those aren't even real shoes. I take it all back. I've been known to be wrong sometimes. Right? The important part is that I can admit when I'm wrong and we can move forward from there. That's the important part.
We are proven wrong for these Apple releases every single time.
So I actually just refuse to believe. I'm never going to admit that, because what's happening is they're making a total of 4 products and then selling those, and depending on how fast they sell out of those, they're making more. So don't believe it. It's all propaganda.
What if our podcast is the reason why it sells out?
I'd be pretty upset.
Where's our cut then? That's all I'm asking. Give us like a cut if that's the reason for it, Apple. Come on now. Okay. So because it's Black Friday, this is when this episode comes out as Black Friday, we have to talk about some deals, Kwesi, right? We just have to. It's required.
How could you do a Black Friday episode without talking about
You just can't.
deals?
We got to talk about some things.
All right. So first and foremost, I know we have an article here, but there's some deals I saw. I just want to bring them up really quick.
Go ahead. It doesn't have to be from this article at all. That's just a spot.
If you have an Xbox, right, go ahead and go to the Xbox, what's it called? The store. And you'll see that they have some games that are up to like $70 off. Or not $70, up to 75% off. Realize today, right? I know some of you guys wanted to play NBA 2K26. It's only $30 right now. You know what I mean? And then some of you guys wanted to play Fortnite. Fortnite's always been free though, or I guess not always. Fortnite has not always been free before.
I paid for it.
So go ahead and play Fortnite, right? If you wanted to play Risk of Rain, it's 40% off. If you want to play Football Club, I think that's what it is, FC. Go ahead and get that. That's 50% off. Fallout 4, 60% off. But Fallout 4 was only like $20 to begin with, so it's not really that big of a deal. Forza Horizon, 50% off, right? No, if you're a PlayStation user, guys, if you're a PlayStation user, today's the day to buy Spider-Man 2.
No,
it's
it's
$29.
Oh, for PlayStation?
Yeah, for PlayStation.
I was about to say, Steam has it for a much not good deal. It's $47.
It's $29 on PS5 right now, which is actually the only thing you can purchase it on. What else?
That's not true.
I know I saw some other great deal.
Spider-Man 2?
I meant you can't purchase it on PS4, is what I was trying to say. Or Xbox.
I got you. Yeah. You can
but
get
it's on Steam, like you said.
If you have an ROG Ally X or ROG Ally, you can play that game on that device. With Steam.
Sony is also, if you want to buy a console, today I'd have to recommend purchasing a PS5 because they're doing $100 off of every console. And then on top of that, you buy a console, you're going to want to buy a controller. PS5 is doing $25 off of every controller right now too. So just a bunch of great deals.
Nice.
And then on top of that, if you want a PlayStation VR, it's $100 off that too. So I just wanted to give you guys some of those deals. Those deals are awesome. On top of that, Amazon has been doing Black Friday all week, starting Monday, I think. We might have started on Sunday.
It's all nice stuff too.
I don't know if you saw the Bose Quiet Comfort Ultras. They're usually $429. Right now they're going for $300. That's a great deal. That's savings of $130. Now, if you don't understand how big that of a deal that is, if I had $130 to pull out right now, I'd feel great. You know, if I just $130 in cash, that'd be awesome. Capitalize on this deal. I know that AirPods Pro are going like $30 off. Great time to buy.
Good deal.
Great time to buy. All right, Adam, I know you have some.
So, Olight is doing some great deals right now, and that's a huge brand that I love. I mean, I have their flashlight here. My other one's in my house still, but their Seeker 4 Pro, which is a 4600 lumen flashlight with USB-C charging and the holster, is only $97. And I know that seems like a lot of money for a flashlight, but trust me, when you get an Olight, you won't go back. They're just that good. So you save $40 there. That's a huge savings for an Olight flashlight. I gotta say, you know, I saw some other great things as well, like the Aura 4, the ring.
Yeah, the ring.
Really want to get a smart ring. I'm waiting for Apple's though. They're working on it still. It's, you know, just not there yet. But this is $350, normally $500. It's 30% off. Oh my gosh, that's such a good deal. I mean, this kind of falls into our project of the week, right? I mean, it's kind of the same thing, and we'll bring those up as well. But yeah, the Aura ring is a really, really good option. So I like that quite a bit. And you know, I also want to bring up to our oh my gosh, what is it now? I'm trying to blank. The Solo Stove. So they have right now a good discount off of that too. So that's 20% off. So Solo Stove Bonfire with stand is $279, Kwesi. Usually $350. Pretty good discount off of that. I have a Solo Stove. I wasn't, you know, really into them, but I saw a deal at Walmart once for it. I'm like, I gotta get one. And it is truly fantastic, and it does exactly what this is going to do. I love it. I want to get a stand for it and everything else. And I'm just excited to see that this is on sale, and it's worth it, trust me. And the heat that it pulls out is just, it's a whole new level. It's fantastic. So that was my project of the week. And Kwesi, you want to mention yours while we're talking about this at the same time?
Yeah, I'll bring up mine. Like I said earlier, PlayStation is doing a lot of great deals. And when I saw that, I think I got the notification on Saturday. And so on Sunday, I purchased, well, here's the thing, guys, right? It was Sunday night, right? I have to be up at 4:30 for my ROTC height and weight. And so, you know, I'm in bed. It's 9 p.m. I'm in bed, right? I'm doing my due diligence. I'm going to get my 7.5 hours of sleep, right? And I just sat in bed. And I just sat. It's like I couldn't sleep, right? And so because I couldn't sleep, I ended up spending money. You might be like, how did the two relate? I'm trying to figure out the same thing. But I purchased a PlayStation 5 controller. I got the Midnight Black one because
nice color.
The console comes with the white one. So I had to get the black one. Right? I'd love to pull it out for you, but it's downstairs, and I don't feel like walking downstairs. Which is kind of crazy because, like, I went down there. I knew this was my product of the week. I went down there and grabbed the Celsius and didn't come back up with the controller for some reason. However, that's not the point. $25 off on this. It's usually $75-ish, right? I got it for $50.
That's what everybody's doing now, though.
I'd say jump on it. This is a great product. Also, probably the best control. Like, in terms of ergonomics, it seems like the joysticks were an afterthought when they were designing the controller, like in terms of where they're positioned. But aside from that, when you get over that and you just look at all the features of this controller, right? The built-in microphone, surprisingly, it's really comfortable. Not where I have to put my thumbs at, but you know, it's really comfortable. The adaptive triggers, the rumble motor. The rumble motor is probably the best part about it. But these are some great features in this controller. Then switching back to an Xbox controller after, it's going to be a little bit hard. I did the other day. But
Yeah,
you
but
guys
it's still
should
nice.
capitalize.
It's more ergonomic in my opinion, though.
Oh,
That's
no,
the one
definitely.
thing. I'm not saying that the one from this is not good. I mean, PS makes some really nice controllers. It's just
Yeah,
for
I just
me, I
wish they
prefer
were
the
for
whole
human hands. Yeah.
Xbox. Yeah,
Just,
you know,
I
just
don't
one
know
of those
who's
things.
playing like this. Like this was not made with human hands in mind. Or I guess maybe back in the day, because remember the original PlayStation controller looked very similar to this. It just didn't have joysticks. Maybe they just slapped the joysticks on and decided it was iconic.
It's just a little different. But people love them though. That's the thing. You
This
know.
is true.
Now,
Yeah.
I will say though, what I'm curious is for the audience, and even you know what, and we're gonna do the same thing. Me and Kwesi, if we post on our Discord, we're gonna have a Black Friday channel that I'll create, and I just want to see, just give us some links on what you guys purchased in the audience, and we're gonna do the same thing. And I'm just curious what you guys bought, and then let us know if you like that because. You know, there's a lot of good deals, and maybe we're going to miss some of them because there's deals across Amazon, Best Buy, Walmart, all across the way. And, you know, this episode releases, it's me Black Friday. You know, the days of Black Friday is so much different than it used to be. I mean, you used to have to, you know, be in line at a store to go get something, right? And then there's mad rushes, and people got hurt, and there's cops called. And now you can just go online and just buy it there, and then sign money right after that. So, like, you know, there's a lot of different options to buy stuff. But this is a good time to buy things for Christmas, you know? And what's hard is, you know, you have these plans to save up money so you can get stuff earlier, but the deals for the stuff is just not there like it is now. So, like, I always try to tell people, if you're looking for an OLED TV, this is the time to buy them. Between Friday and then Monday, it's the time. You get the best deals for that. So, please let us know what deals you found that are really good. If you bought, you didn't buy, it doesn't matter. I want to know, and so is Kwesi. You know, we're so excited for this, and this is Black Friday time, and I just can't wait. And then Steam, for the first time, has a Black Friday for Steam games because they have the best deals you'll get. Yeah, they don't usually do this. They never have before.
They have a horrible Spider-Man deal. That was you.
Well, that's because that's Sony. That's not them. I mean, of course, they're going to give you a better deal on the PS Store than they are Steam, but they did have Miles Morales for $20. That was a good deal. Good deal.
Wasn't Miles Morales like $30 to purchase?
40, I think, wasn't it? For us, at least on Steam. What's MSRP for Miles Morales?
I have to figure it out. Okay, so there's no way that Miles Morales is a $70 game when you can finish it in about 10 hours. Okay, it's $49.99.
Okay, so $20. That's a good discount. Not
That's
bad.
a good discount.
So there's that, and I'm now playing the first one. I say the first one. When I can get it on Steam, on my Steam Deck, and it's quite nice. It's a good game. I'm kind of getting hooked on it a lot. Wish I had more time to play it though. Unfortunately, don't have. I got so much. I got my play right now, Kwesi. It's crazy.
Yeah, I get that.
It's just
Speaking of crazy plates. Wait, let's do app of the week first, and then we can get to the one more thing segment.
Okay.
I was gonna start with mine. Everybody knows I'm a Spotify guy, but this week I'm gonna give the shout out to Apple Music. Right? You might be like,
why?
Why are you paying for Apple Music right now?
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, remember how I was up on Sunday night, and it led to me spending money? I may have also purchased an Apple Music subscription. And, you know, I genuinely, there was no correlation. I don't know why I purchased it, right? Maybe I missed, well, that's actually a lie. I do know I purchased it. Apple Music has some exclusive Christmas songs, and one of them is by Torrin Wells. I don't know if you guys know who Torrin Wells is, but he has this one song. Wait, let me pull it up for you guys right now so that you guys know what I'm talking about. Bear with me. It's, you know that one song that NSYNC does? Where it's like, Merry Christmas. Yeah, I'm actually cutting that part where I just started trying to sing. We will never see that. I promise you it's in here. Let's go to download. Yeah. This one right here. This song is an Apple Music exclusive, and it's also my favorite I don't know. Let me turn down my brightness. This one right here is an Apple Music exclusive, and it's my favorite rendition of the song.
What song is it?
Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. I would play it, but I don't want to get copyright striked.
Yeah. Well, just shoot me that.
Yeah, definitely.
Because, I'll say
I was
this.
listening to it. It was awesome.
With Spotify out there now having lossless audio, which I know people don't care as much about, it's a good way to bridge that gap that they were lacking before. So at this point, I think Apple still has more music rights than Spotify, not by a whole lot. But it's getting to the point where it's just what's your preference, Because you can use Apple Music on an Android phone and other devices, right, in the web, much like Spotify. So it's just really about what's your preference. And I'm not saying it's a bad software, but
right.
I like them both. I mean, for me, I pick Apple Music because it's more integrated in my phone, my environment. But Spotify is not terrible anymore like it was. So I'll take that back. It's gotten a lot better.
Anymore, like it was ever terrible? Please.
For me, it was the lack of lossless audio. That's what I liked the most about it. Sorry, with Apple, I like that they had better quality audio because I enjoy that. So now that they made that a reality, that's a good selling point for Spotify. And I think the prices stay the same for that. So that makes it nice too. So I appreciate that. But yes, good app of the week. Mine, I had a lot of friends that played this and people I know it works still. There was backyard baseball, backyard football, and backyard soccer, and a bunch of other ones. But from the games in the 90s, they brought these two phones. And they actually mentioned in the description that people were using emulation apps to play them on their phones and iPads and stuff like that because that's how you could do it, right? There was no option to do that. And I think they saw the huge surge in popularity for these games, so they brought them to the official app stores of Google and iOS. And it just brings back some nostalgia. Back in the day when these games were just so fun to play. They weren't as difficult. They were just fun and just creative and just wonderful. And now there's co-op, I believe, with it as well, so it makes it even better. So they have them now, all those great games from, my gosh, who's a developer now? Now I'm blanking on this. Playground Productions. And they have all their games that you used to play back in the 90s now on iOS and in Google Play. So that is my app week, which is Backyard Football 99. And what a great game. It's just so fun.
No, I've never played Backyard Football. I did look at some of the screenshots, and it does look really fun. And, I'm a big football kind of guy, so...
I mean, we might have to... I think it is co-op, so if it is, we have to try to play it together if we can. So nice.
Adam, it's time for my favorite part of the podcast. We will be going over time here, but people are going to need something to listen to while doing their Black Friday shopping.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, you can't just Black Friday shop. Well, I guess if you go into the store and get ran over by people, you probably should be doing, like, you probably need to be more aware of your surroundings rather than listening to a podcast. So if you're going through the store, I would advise you to pause the episode here and come back later. Right? But first and foremost, Thanksgiving. I just want to take
my birthday.
1 second. This is true. Adam's birthday is Thanksgiving. So let's all wish Adam a very happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
Adam, happy birthday. We really love you. We appreciate you being on the podcast all the time. Second, Thanksgiving. I'm thankful for all of you guys who tune in every week, and even the people who tuned in for the first time today, and people who have tuned in and never came back, all the people who leave comments, everybody who just comes on and talks to us. We love talking to you guys. So thank you all.
And I want to add to that too. We are very blessed. When I had this plan for this podcast, it was very difficult for me to get started. I knew nothing about how to do a podcast. I mean, I have some experience in IT, of course, but it's not just what you think it is. Not just putting a camera or a mic on and just recording, and that's it. I mean, Kwesi tell you there's a lot more to it, and there's a lot of back end things we do to make this, available for video and short form and then audio. It's a lot of work. But I'll say for me, it's worth it every week because it's turning into one of those things where I'm excited every time to go do this. I think of it as a job sometimes because it is, but at the same time, it's not just like, oh, I gotta get to work today. It's podcast recording. I'm excited every single time. Like a basically can vouch for this. I can listen to the episode early. I don't. I wait till it's released to the public, and I listen to it then to get that fresh experience like you guys get. And it's so exciting, and it's not possible without you guys. So I'm very grateful. I'm very thankful for this wonderful time I get to do this. Thanks for Kwesi for, just his dedication to this. And I know there's times that, conflicts can arise because of schedules and various other things. But I'll tell you what, he bounces back and he proves that he's a great host every single time. And I know the editing part is a lot of work. I get that. But what I'm trying to say is I'm just thankful for the fans because we're a lot further along in the process than I thought we would be ever. I know we're dipping in some views sometimes. We're trying to get that up and going, but we still have those true fans that listen to every single week. And I'm just so thankful for that because, this came from an idea to where it's at now. And it's a blessing. And I'm very thankful. And, share with your friends. You have some time this holiday week to maybe listen to the podcast some more and catch up. I know we're 34 episodes in and we're going to do more and more. And it's just so fun. I love it every single week. I look forward to it. Absolutely. So yeah. To add on to what Kwesi said, I'm very thankful for you guys.
Speaking of Thanksgiving, I plan on gaining 30 pounds tomorrow. All right, I will update you. But last Thanksgiving, I came out with the worst performance I've ever had in the Thanksgiving. Right? Usually, I'm an 8-plate kind of guy. Last Thanksgiving, I don't know what it was, but after 2.5, I was dead. Like, I genuinely was in a food coma after 2.5 plates. Now,
how tall
everybody
was
was calling
the plate?
me washed. They weren't that big, is the thing. Last year, I had some really small plates, right? Because after plate number 1, I was like, ooh, I might not make it to 8 this year unless I slow down, right? So I started putting less food on the plate. I didn't make it to, like, I fell, Adam, it was actually so bad. I fell asleep on the couch with the plate in my lap.
Did it spill?
No. But, like, horrible performance from me, right?
You are getting older, Kwesi.
I don't care.
You're getting older.
I don't care. We're bouncing back this Thanksgiving. I'm putting on a dominant performance. I'm going to look like Prime Shaq when I eat this food. Right?
Okay.
I'm excited. Okay. Right? I have a lot of people coming over. My cousin, she's here. Right? I haven't seen her because I was asleep last night when she got here. But my cousin's here. She's currently asleep in the room over there. My little brother's here. I haven't seen him since I got here. Right? I'm excited. It's family day. Today, absolutely. I might take them all out. I don't know what I'm going to do. I might take them all out, though. I don't know what to do in California. I've been here. I've spent maybe a total of 40 hours in this house. Like, I've not spent too much time in California because, like, literally last time I was in California, we did the podcast episode, like, 8 hours into my stay here, and then I left that same day. So, this is an experience. I'm going to get to explore California. Unfortunately, my older brother, the guy we always talk about on this podcast, he's not here. Really sucks. That's my guy.
We'll just do a FaceTime call. That'll help.
I think he's at work right now.
Okay. Maybe not right now, but
we'll bring him on for an episode. I know you guys have been asking about that. I know he's been asking about that. We'll try to make it happen. We'll discuss it, Adam.
Okay.
You can tell me no. Actually, if you want to say no, you can
never said that at all.
Go ahead. No, throw it out there right now. I know he listens to this. Actually, let me tell you something, Adam. Earlier this week, he texted me, right? And it's quite lengthy, right? And I'm like, I'm not going to read all that.
Is he writing a book?
And then I read this part. It says, overall 9 out of 10 episode, though. Gosh darn it. He's talking about my podcast. I got to go read it now. But I really appreciate guys like him. My parents, I appreciate. I don't know how I got back on this thankful topic, but I thank my parents for giving birth to me. Dude, I'm so sorry. I know. Actually, I'm not sorry. This is the one more thing segment.
It's one more thing. Talk about anything.
Dude, I got here and I've just been bothering my mom. I miss my mom so much, dude. You don't understand. I love my mom so much. So shout out to my mom. Shout out to my dad, because, you know, the last couple of times I've gone to an airport, he's been the... Actually, I don't think anyone's ever picked me up from an airport aside from my dad. And I think about it. And, you know, it's weird, because I went to New Jersey earlier this year, and he definitely shouldn't have been there. But he came and got me from the airport. I don't know what he was doing. Like, he had no business to be in New Jersey.
Oh, he makes time for you, Kwesi. That's a good thing. It's a great thing for family.
When I was younger, I didn't really appreciate my dad as much, but as I get older and I look back, my dad was doing great things for me. So, very thankful for my dad. What else? All my family, right? I don't know why I got back into this thankful thing. There was a topic that I really wanted to talk to you about. Oh, my flight yesterday. So I was originally scheduled to have. So let's put it like this: I pulled an all-nighter on Monday as well. Right, Monday night. Dang, I've really just got no sleep this week, is what I'm realizing. Anyway, Monday night I pulled an all-nighter, right? Because my flight was on Tuesday morning, right? And I wanted to play 2K with the guys up until my flight, right? So it's 4:30 a.m. I put the PS5 in my carry-on, and I'm moving, right? I get to the car. It's about 5:10, right? Go pick up some coffee, fill up on gas, and then we're off, right? We're driving, right? Let me tell you something, Adam. The traffic in Chicago at 5 a.m. is unnecessary. Like, it's not as bad as New York, but like, it was completely unnecessary.
Any time in Chicago can be unnecessary.
Like, I should not have been going 12 miles per hour at any point. What was I trying to say? So I get to the airport, right? 6:30 a.m. when I get to the airport. 6:30, 6:40-ish, right? My flight's at 9, right? I speed my way through TSA, right? Because, you know, actually, I didn't speed my way through. Every time I go through TSA, they frisk the same area. I don't know if they think... I don't know what they think. But I'm not going to tell you which area it is. You can probably figure it out yourself. But
your feet, right?
Nah, not my feet. But anyway, I go to TSA. I get through there in about as much time as I always do, right? And I'm sitting at my gate, right? I'm looking at it. Boarding starts at 8:30. It's 7:30, right? I fall asleep, set my alarm. My alarm goes off at 8:26, right? I'm up, right? I start walking back towards my gate. All of a sudden, I'm looking at my phone. Flight delayed. 2 hours. Oh no, this is not good, because I'm going to miss my connecting flight, right? So I go talk to the gate agent, right? And one of the gate agents is talking to me, and then two others are talking to each other. Like, oh my goodness, I can't believe this plane landed all right. With that mechanical issue? I was like, oh, I'm not getting on that plane. You know what I mean? I did not like how they said that.
I'm surprised no one just had a lot of problems with this flight.
They're like, oh my goodness. They were flying without this piece? I don't remember what it was called. But I was like, oh, they were flying without that. Oh. So anyway, they rebooked me onto an American Airlines flight. My good old friends at American Airlines.
It's good.
Right? And first flight, okay, it was a little bit cramped. Right? I'm a tall guy, right? 31 inches of legroom is not going to do it for me. But on my second flight, Adam, so I flew from Chicago to Phoenix. I was originally going to fly from Chicago to San Diego, but I flew from Chicago to Phoenix, right? And when I got to Phoenix, I took an American Eagle flight, which is American Airlines, but it's the smaller plane, right? And I got in there, I was in seat 4D. Remember that, write that down. Seat 4D, that's the seat you want to get on in an American Eagle flight, because the amount of leg room, I realize you guys can't see what I just did with my legs, but the amount of leg room I had, that's how I want to fly from now on. Like, I've been on an Emirates flight, right? And Emirates has the most leg room out of any flight I've taken in economy class, right? This flight may have doubled that. Like, I had space to literally stretch out my legs. Like, I tried to stretch out my legs and touch the front of the chair in front of me. I touched the back of the chair in front of me. I couldn't. And I'm a tall guy. So, seat 4D. 4D, write that down, guys. This is going to be important later. That's the seat you want. Sorry, I flew here in style, right? Landed yesterday, and then immediately we went to get gas, right? So, we went to Costco, and Adam, let me tell you something. I've never seen a line this long in my life. There's too many people in this state. There's absolutely too many people in this state. And they all have Costco memberships, apparently. Everybody in this state has a Costco membership.
Yes.
I've never seen anything quite like this. So, the thing is, we weren't even just sitting in line for the gas station. We were sitting in line to sit in line for the gas station. Send help. Right? I'm not going on that trip again. Anyhow, that about brings me to today. Last night I don't even know when I went to sleep, to be honest with you. It just kind of happened. I was sitting in the bed, all of a sudden I'm dead. In between. I literally remember pulling out my Bible app, right? Playing the book of Acts. And I was going to do something else. All of a sudden I'm knocked out. And it's 5 a.m. I wake up. 19 missed calls. 19. Ladies and gentlemen, we were supposed to record a podcast this morning. Oh, I lied. It's actually 25. 25 missed calls, ladies and gentlemen. And that's completely on me. I died. But the crazy part was, I had an alarm set for 2 a.m. It was supposed to go off at 2:45, which would have gave me 15 minutes to get ready for this podcast. And it didn't go off. So,
you use the one from okay, are you using, here's my question. So there's the sleep schedule alarm.
Yeah, so I changed this one first, right? This one was the one I set to 2:45.
Okay.
Right? And then I had this alarm for 3 a.m., right? This one was turned on, right? And here's the sound for this one. And that usually does it for me.
That's too soothing, Kwesi.
It's plenty loud. Oh, it's
Change it right now. Change it to the
one?
duck one. There's duck quacking.
No. Let me tell you something.
You know why I say that?
My roommate uses that, and he doesn't wake up on the first quack.
But
who does wake up on the first quack? I'm not a deep sleeper usually. Granted.
Me either.
Tonight, apparently I was. Maybe it's because I had a total of 3 hours of sleep through the last 2 days, which was completely my fault.
Kwesi. Here's what I'll say. When that goes off, it's so obnoxious. You will do whatever you can as a human being to shut that off fast. Right? It will wake you up. I promise you. Because you're at first thing, because you're waking up, you're like, why is there a duck here? And it's my alarm. Now, I don't use that myself, but I know my dad has his ringtone set to this, and it goes off. I can somehow hear it across the country. It's that loud. It's so obnoxious. And why is it there? It has to be because it's for an alarm. But they also put in the ringtone sections, which makes no sense to me at all. But I often say, I can just show you how to change that. But that's what he chooses. And why, I just don't know still. But change it to that. That's why. That's too soothing, Kwesi. Alarms are not meant to be soothing. They're meant to wake you up and be obnoxious.
Wait, that's what I'll say about my Android, though. My Android had a really soothing alarm. It would get me up, and no, Apple's is not. Oh, I guess the default one for the sleep one, that one's kind of soothing. I hate how it gets progressively louder. That's what I dislike.
Well, but it's meant for a specific purpose, though, right?
Yeah, it gets you up, I will say.
But yeah,
Sorry, Adam,
I remember asking. I confirmed last night with Kwesi. I'm like, hey, 5 a.m. right? Like,
I thought I had
down. I gotta say, there's been a couple times when it hasn't worked out like this, but for the most part, he's definitely been on time for the recordings. But
usually I can get up. Usually my alarm goes off at 4:30, and I'm up. Like very consistently, I'm up. But then we'll have like 6 days, maybe 6 days total, where my body just says, I don't care what's going on today. It could be the most important day of your life. You're sleeping in. And it's like, what the heck? But okay.
I'm like, I get to bed. I got to do a podcast recording. Yeah, I tried to go to bed like at 8 last night. Of course, it did not happen. So like, I gotta get up because I gotta record. Get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to record. And I'm like, could have slept in a little bit here. Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah, that's my fault. I sincerely apologize. That was
Kwesi has promised to do better.
That was really embarrassing. I was like, see, I knew the issue. Like the second I woke up and I felt refreshed, I knew it was wraps. Like I looked at my phone. I was like, gosh, darn it. Anyway,
it's okay.
Really sorry about that. But we did get it done today.
We got it done.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us know what you purchased for Black Friday. Let us know what you ate for Thanksgiving. Let us know if Aunt Pam brings mac and cheese with raisins or not. And if she does, maybe don't talk to Aunt Pam ever again.
We should definitely post a channel too. Make a channel for like Thanksgiving meals. Yeah. Because like those food pics do good sometimes, right? You know?
I agree.
Yeah. And how many plates you guys had too? Let's do that too.
It will be a competition.
That's a good thing.
And you'll have to put some sort of proof. But you will be losing to me this year. I have not eaten in the last 2 days. You guys think it's a joke. I'm coming prepared. Like, I legit...
You haven't? And intentionally?
I've been surviving... Yeah, intentionally. I've been surviving... Yesterday, I ate a total of maybe 600 calories out of 8 Oreos, right? I had 8 Oreos. That was it for the day. People think it's a game. I'm coming to reclaim my title, Adam. I'm not joking around.
Right? I think that I might beat you this year, but you know.
You ate yesterday.
I did.
Energy drinks and Oreos. That's all I've had. Wow, that sounds really unhealthy.
It really is
horrible for my health.
Especially when you're, you know.
And especially the fact that I'm doing this to go and eat like 900 calories or 9,000 calories in one sitting. Ooh, maybe I need to rethink my health choices. But that's not the point. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching this episode. Thank you for listening to the last 30 minutes of me just talking about whatever I want to talk about. Adam, thank you for being here. Why am I in such a thankful mood today?
It's Thanksgiving week, man. That's great that you are, though.
I'm so grateful.
I'm thankful too.
Thankful for all of you.
Yes, I am too.
I think I'm more thankful though if it was a competition, because I love competing. Sorry, guys, I'm done. I'm gonna stop talking. Go ahead, Adam.
It's good. My week consists of like I took this week off. We have some days off for work, but you know, focus on getting some of the things done at the house, which I'm very behind on. I know. But we're making some progress. We had some issues with the toilet that nothing disgusting. It's just we moved the toilet from downstairs to upstairs and found out that it had a crack in the toilet, which was causing lots of water.
You said there was
that was
a crack in the toilet or a crack in the toilet?
Like the very bottom where like the tube is, kind of where it goes down.
Oh,
had this big crack in it.
There was just cocaine in your toilet.
No, we're not in cartel territory here. No, it wasn't that. It was, yeah, so that was happening, and we couldn't figure out why. It like, we moved it, put a new wax ring and all this other stuff. We finally figured out that's what it was. And swapped the toilet out with the different one we had, and now we have a working toilet upstairs, which is a lot better than we had before. So, it took us a day and a half, Kwesi, but it shouldn't have, to do this. But
it should have only taken
things were accomplished. That's the goal of this. So we're making headway with this. I'm learning a lot. I'm not like a DIY fix your house kind of guy. I'm learning to do it because it saves a lot of money for sure. But it's a lot of work. Lots of free time that I thought I might have. I just don't. And I didn't get the house done. That's what it comes down to, and I get that. So we're pushing through, and I'm going back to work on it Friday with some help. So that'd be good. It's just a lot of work though.
Okay.
When it's done, I'm taking a week off from doing any work, I think, just so I can just relax and be done with it, But just one of those things. But now I'm taking today off from the house and tomorrow just to kind of chill, enjoy the birthday and all that stuff too. So that's my plans. I got to edit, though, this podcast and things with you too, so that'd be nice. But, making headway, though. All right. Well, thank you everybody for again. This wasn't the most exciting episode. We had to be a little bit more quiet because of Kwesi's surroundings, and that's okay.
Yeah,
but
I'm actually at a house for like the first time, and I'm at a house with other people for the first time since the summer. So
yeah, I get that. It makes sense. But you know, Black Friday's here. Lots of great deals. Lots of good topics talked about. And let us know in the comments what you guys got, and you know, some feedback from the episode too. And thank you guys so much. Really appreciate you guys again. I'm more thankful for sure.
Have a great Thanksgiving. Have a great holiday season. We'll see you guys again next week.
Okay.
See ya.
See ya.
I don't know what that little salute was.